This is an SOS coming out of Virginia Beach. This is a woman named Vic Gibbs, and she posted this to Threads. She says, SOS, predator alert. Sisters, moms, aunties, besties, dads, brothers. What can we do about this? Photos attached in thread. My friend stayed at the White Marlin Inn in Virginia, the White Marlin Inn in Virginia, in June, and just came home to tell me about this experience. As a young girl, she had no idea how to handle this situation at 19 or 20 years old, a situation she never should have had to navigate to begin with. The manager, Michael, preyed upon these two young girls, following and harassing them during their stay. If you are a mother, if you are a woman that has a niece or any kind of younger woman under you, you need to hear these types of things so that if your daughter, your cousin, your baby sister goes off on a trip, make sure that she has the tools to navigate these types of things, because these types of things will pop up. So let's look at the rest of this thread. Once again, this is the White Marlin Inn in Virginia. Thank you, GAC of all trades, for tagging me in this. She says, the second day they were getting ready to leave for the beach when Michael approached and asked where they were going. Thinking he was making small talk, they let him know they were going to the beach. This man invites himself and says he's going to change into some shorts and join. Huh? This man is older, and these girls are 19 and 20 years old. When he left to his room, they booked it out of there and left him to head to the beach. They came back to the motel close to 2:30 a.m. and he was waiting for them and tried to approach them yet again. They quickly went into their room and shut the door behind them after loudly saying they were going to bed. This man proceeds to knock on their doors and windows. They do not answer the door and sit in silence, waiting for him to go away until they get a text from this man. They had booked through booking.com, so he would have to go into their booking reservation to get their phone numbers. Weird already. It only gets more disgusting. He begins to send texts. Look at the times of these texts: 2:27 a.m., 2:58 a.m., 3:03 a.m. He says, hey ladies, I have some tree and a pick-me-up if you are interested, as well as whiskey. I have been waiting for you since you left. This is Michael from the White Marlin. This is my cell. Let me know. I have another room if you don't want to do anything there. XO. I don't know why she blanked the phone number, but she did that. I did not. He says at 2:58, I'm knocking outside and will not bother you. If you want me to leave you be, and apologize for the inconvenience. You are two wonderfully beautiful and smart and sweet women, and it is an honor to know you. He does not know them. Okay, ladies, sleep well. It's been my pleasure getting to know you. Next time, I'll show you the darker side of me. Like, why would you put this in text? Like, these people are very bold. Like, he has absolutely no fear of consequences, considering he is sending text messages that basically show what he is doing. This is a threat. I'll show you the darker side of me. You know what? The reason why they have no fear of consequences is probably because they have not faced any consequences. Vic says she went to the Virginia Beach police station the next day, and the woman on duty said she should have interacted by texting or hanging out in order for them to do anything. What kind of effery is this? I just left a scathing Google review, and we'll be trying to call the Virginia State Police on her behalf on Monday, but they should be on the scene approaching him and making a report at minimum. What else can be done? Virginia Beach is a common area for spring and summer breakers. He was too comfortable doing this for it to be his first time. What is happening to the girls that can't or don't get away from him? Please, something needs to be done. The manipulation in love bombing is so clear. In love bombing, obviously this is not love bombing, but it was definitely flattery. She says it's so clear. Trying to win them over with compliments and MF guilt tactics. Another thing, pick-me-ups are typically considered schmeth, snow, or schnickstasy. I don't know if I can say these words without getting dinged. And he mentions weed and alcohol. These are underage girls. Next time, I'll show you the darker side of me. XO, I've been waiting for you since you left. I have another room. I am disgusted. Please talk about these manipulation tactics with the young women, young girls in your life. Definitely young girls, because these girls start to get hit on in their teens, if not younger. Talk to them about red flags and manipulation tactics. We have got to prepare them because these people are eyeing them and we're not always going to be with them. So we have got to prepare them. We got to role play. We got to do our due diligence as mothers, as big sisters, as aunties, as big cousins, as just caring women. We've got to show these things. And now that we have social media, we can highlight these things and help them go viral. Over on Threads, I shared this post. I'm about to make this post for TikTok and YouTube. So I am doing my part. Any other women out there that are content creators, grab this, go over to Threads or make your own or just share this. Darius says, this is so disturbing and shame on the Virginia Beach PD. Those girls could have been hurt, smugged, and disappeared by Michael. Effing disgusting. And then Vic says, say it again. They wanted her in a body bag first. He says, insane, friend. Glad this thread exists because we clearly have to be vigilant because help ain't coming. This person at the bottom says, teach young women to switch hotels when they run into this. Money talks. Yes, that is true. Eventually, like when it was safe, they should have grabbed their stuff and got out of there. Obviously, being around that person named Michael who knows their phone number and everything is not a safe space to be in. But hopefully they wouldn't have to do that at 3 o'clock in the morning. They definitely needed to put that secondary lock over the door so that he could not get in until the lights came on and it was safe to get out of there. But definitely the bags should have been packed and they should have been exiting. But also, this is where you need to have a good relationship or good rapport with your children. Because if I had a girl in my life, a daughter, which I do, I would want her to call me immediately so that I could get on the phone and start starting a ruckus. So I could start posting on social media immediately just in case I'm not in the area. So I could find somebody that could get to my child quickly as possible, or so that we could get the authorities alerted quicker. Because sometimes girls don't know that you have to raise hell. But I will raise hell for mine if she's not able to do so because she doesn't have the words or the rage. I have the rage. ARSG says, here you go. This is for Vic to use and follow up with the company. I suggest consulting with an attorney if possible to see what legal options are available. I read reviews from multiple sites. All bad. Most stated that there was criminal activity in the parking lot at night. The local yokels are going to be worthless. So this person looked up the city of Virginia Beach, looked up the owner and everything, and has put it out here for people to follow up and find these people. Because the thing is, if you are a company, do you really want your name attached to something like what that man Michael did to those girls? Do you really want your name attached to that type of business? And the crazy thing is, he put it through text messages. So obviously, we live in a time frame where things go viral. So this is the type of thing that goes viral. So please share this. If you're a content creator, find her over on Threads, or you can take the screenshots right here and get this party started. We've got to continue to share these things. Every business, if they are not going to take the initiative to help keep women and girls safe, then we have got to put them on blast so that people know where to avoid. All right, y'all, join the conversation, like, comment, and share.